Lincoln University lecturers Guy and Sue Trafford are in the process of setting up a sheep milking flock. They have a long-term plan to make sheep milk ice cream on farm. It's early days, but already huge progress has been made, although they would be the first to admit it hasn't been an easy process.
Our business is basically milking and processing sheep's milk. It's brand new, so this is an interim stage. We are milking sheep this year to provide cheesemakers with product, but our ultimate goal is in the shed to set up a small factory making yoghurt and gelato and adding value to the product. There are several other sheep dairies being set up as we speak in Canterbury. They're probably a year or more away, so we're sort of front-footing it and doing all the hard learning.
Right. So is there anything else we really need to get started, get to buy or get organised for next week? Heather's got some aprons.
We're both lecturers at Lincoln. My area is in ag management and I deal in primary industries investment primarily with the BCom Ag and Ag Science students. And Sue's more in the commerce area and her expertise is in communication and food safety regulation.
About as good as we're going to get. So when we started, I thought, well, I'm a bright girl and I've worked in compliance in previous incarnations and I teach a paper on the agri-food compliance environment. And I thought it would be simple, but it's actually highly complex. And it's taken us probably 3 years to get to this point, and much of that is because of the lack of compliance support or advice or understanding. And in the end, we only made progress when we started to get a consultant on board. So we pay Vanessa Barrett, our consultant, and she has smoothed the way. At local level, there's very little known about sheep dairy. Most people have never seen one. They don't know about the biological systems and timeframes and being supportive. It's largely fill in the paperwork, get the paperwork verified by providing backup compliance documents, and then somebody ticks it off. Only 1 or 2 people have ever been here to look or ever had a conversation with us about how we can explain to them what we're doing.
We started our flock picking up ewes at the Colgate sale nearby here of East Frisian Pole Dorset sheep. They were 5 and 6 years old, so that was our nucleus. I've never seen any come onto the market since, but that got us started. We then picked up a pure East Frisian ram from Michael Smith over in North Canterbury. We then decided we wanted a bit more robustness to the sheep, so I heard Mike Willis from the Endangered Species Farm, not far from here, talking to Kim Hill about his Awasi ram that they had on the Hobbit. The Awasi is probably one of the top 3 breeds for milking, East Frisian and Lacoon being probably the best. And the Israelis have actually developed a breed called the Asaf, which is part Awasi, part East Frisian, so they're a recognised milking breed. So I rang Mike and he had a ram lamb available, Sheikh Ali Baba, and so we duly got him and put him over some of the sheep. We currently have moved our flock into using Miles King's breed from the Wairarapa, and he's just had his breed registered as a new sheep breed called Derry Mead, which are basically a New Zealand East Frisian. We've got 160 ewes and 45 hoggets at the moment, and that's probably plenty for what we've got here. Sheep have a very light footprint on the ground. Our nitrate leaching on this place here, if we use a system 3 type dairy system where the ewes go off over the winter, it's down, according to Overseer, it's down to 4 kilograms of N per hectare, compared to 35 to 50, say, for a dairy farm. We've tried to maintain an ethical food production chain here, and so none of the lambs are euthanized, and we keep the lambs on mum for 6 weeks, at which stage we'll either share farm, or because we're constrained with space here, or sell the lambs for someone else to finish the lambs. So the lambs will go into the meat industry, and we'll keep milking the ewes. Volume depends on when you wean the lambs. The gross amount of milk over the season is probably about 250 litres, and let's say if we're up and running and really efficient, 50 litres of that may go to the lamb, and therefore 200 litres is available for going into the vat. The ewes here have only been in the shed 5 times now. They were milked for the first time last night, cups on, our initial mould, and today will be the second time. They're pretty good natured, the old girls, but it's an exercise in patience. A lot of briberies involved. These sheep will go a long way for a good feed of nuts. We got this tanker commissioned for us. It gives us the option to move milk around, to bring milk to our place and to deliver milk to other people. This is Amelia Festa's cheese factory, and he makes a variety of cheeses, Italian style cheeses, cows, goats and sheep. And so we're trying to build up a relationship with him on an ongoing basis, supplying milk for him to make good cheeses moving forward. Our long-term vision is to process our own milk in a factory room yet to be decked out at home. We'll use our own milk primarily for that, but as the business grows, we hope to buy in more milk from other like-minded producers. Cheese is traditionally the prime use of sheep milk. We've purposely not gone that way ourselves because we don't want to compete with the likes of Amelia and others along the way. We think there's probably enough in the picture now in New Zealand. Hence we've gone into the yoghurt and ice cream way. But Amelia has been very successful. He's an artisan producer. He sells at farmers markets around and through the cheesemonger in Christchurch. He's been very successful winning cheese awards with some of his Italian style cheeses. We'd like to maintain a relationship with Emilio. Partly he's only 4 kilometres away, so it seems silly not to. But also it gives another outlet for our milk.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.